The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
Rich in history and natural beauty, Knoxville, Tennessee is a gorgeous city filled with culture, the arts, and fun in every direction. Today, the fun shifts to the Tennessee River as Powerboat Superleague returns to Volunteer Landing. Get ready, race fans. RMG's Hydro Zone from Knoxville starts now. Race fans, it's time to tear up the waters of the Tennessee River here in Knoxville at the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic. Hello again, Jared Romsberg back with you again this year, and so excited to be back in volunteer country where it is time for the Visit Knoxville pre-race show. Memories are made at the crossroads. Start making yours at visitknoxville.com. Time trials in two groups of 2 heat races would set Powerboat Superleague starting grid, and 30 Rob Brinker sat on the pole for heat race 1. But 27 Mark Profit from nearby Jacksboro, Tennessee was lurking in second. Rob's brother Ashton Rinker in the Amsoil 20 had a bad start and had to work his way up towards the front. Here he gets by John Ludwig and moves into 4th. None of this mattered to Rob Rinker as he kept Mark Profit at bay and brought home the win in the first heat. In Group A's second heat, the inverted starting order had John Ludwig on the pole, but Ashton Rinker in the Amsoil 20 blasted off of the dock and took off with the lead out of turn 4. But looming large in Rinker's mirrors was 27 Mark Profit. He wanted to put on a show for his hometown. And he would do just that. At the race's halfway point, he slid to the outside of Ashton Rinker and powered by to the point on the front stretch to the cheers of the fans at Volunteer Landing. Rinker held the inside line, but Profit had the power and pulled away. Zimmerman, Minnesota's Merv Bjork was back in 3rd and was trying desperately to catch up to Ashton Rinker. But the Amsoil 20 hit the gas and wouldn't let the 32 anywhere near him. The 27 was a blue dot on the horizon at this point, and Mark Profit thrilled his hometown fans by winning Group A's second heat. Qualifying was only halfway over. It was time for Group B's heat races, and 80 Brent Dillard from Dalzell, South Carolina sat on the pole and exploded off of the dock. Dillard won Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 feature here last year, so he knew exactly how to get to the front of the pack and how to stay there. Okeechobee, Florida's Jeff Reno in the 34 was doing his best to catch up to Dillard, but he had to keep one eye in the mirror as 75, the Hurricane Michael Floyd, was trying to catch up to Reno and take the second place slot. The vibrant thing made it look easy as Brent Dillard took off with the lead early and took off with the checkered in heat race 1. The inverted starting order had 81 Tom Ludwig on the pole for the second heat race, but it didn't take Brent Dillard long as he rocketed past 81 and 75 Michael Floyd to retake the lead out of turn 4 right off the start. The Hurricane had the inside line and tried to give Dillard a little bit of a fight, but Dillard just exploded and resumed the lead on lap 1. St. Petersburg, Florida's Tom Ludwig would do his best to try to catch up to Michael Floyd, but he would spend this race in 3rd. As Brent Dillard once again dominated the race, leading every lap and taking home the checkered in the second heat race. So with qualifying complete, let's meet our top 3 qualifiers for the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic. Starting 3rd is Rincon, Georgia's Michael Floyd. The Hurricane knows he has his work cut out for him with the fleet of boats here in Knoxville.
I'm tickled to death. I mean, these are some fast boats. I'm glad we're up here in 3rd. We're going to try to hang on to it today. It's a really great place to race, really great water. I'm looking forward to the final event.
Starting 2nd is last year's winner here in Knoxville, Brent Dillard. He knows he's going to have to work hard to beat the hometown favorite.
Yeah, hopefully I can disappoint all these volunteers. And he's going to be tough to beat, though. That Optimax, it doesn't come off the dock as well as the 120, but he's smoking down the straightaway. So I don't know if I'll be able to hold him off, but I'm going to try my hardest.
And starting on the pole is Tennessee's own Mark Profit. The hometown favorite is anxious to bring home a win.
Oh, it's awesome to be starting on the pole. you know, in my hometown with all my family and friends and the crew that's all worked really hard to put us where we're at. We're excited for the final.
Now here's the rest of the starting grid for the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic. Starting fourth in the AMSOIL 20 is Riverview, Florida's Ashton Rinker. In fifth, it's his younger brother, Rob Rinker, in the AMSOIL 30. In sixth, we find the pride of Okeechobee, Florida, Jeff Reno. In seventh, it's the Total Medical Supply 32, driven by Zimmerman, Minnesota's Merv Bjork. Tom Ludwig from St. Petersburg, Florida, will start in the eighth slot. In ninth, we find Tom's brother, John Ludwig, from Millersport, Ohio. And Lee Daniel from North Augusta, South Carolina, will be in the 10th and final slot. Fans, we have so much more for you, so don't move. RMG's Hydro Zone's coverage of the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic continues right after this.
This presentation of the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic is brought to you by Outdoor Knoxville. Check out Knoxville's outdoor activities, venues, and events at outdoorknoxville.com. The Knoxville Convention Center, Southern Hospitality, Downtown Sophistication, Outdoor Adventure. McGee Tyson Airport, now boarding at flyknoxville.com. All Occasions Party Rentals, your premier event source. And by WNML, the Sports Animal, the flagship station for University of Tennessee sports. This segment of the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic is brought to you by Boomsday 2014, the nation's largest Labor Day fireworks show. Get the details at boomsday.org.
Race fans, welcome back to the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic. Knoxville is one of the best places for powerboat racing, but it offers so much more. Market Square is one of Knoxville's most popular places to shop, dine, and play. This kid and pet-friendly area is an ever-changing anchor for markets, festivals, and fun. One of Knoxville's iconic attractions is the Sun Sphere at World's Fair Park. Built for the 1982 World's Fair, this one-of-a-kind 266-foot tall structure provides a 360-degree view of Knoxville. Knoxville's urban wilderness offers hundreds of acres of adventure for outdoor enthusiasts. The Imes Nature Center is home to over 300 acres of protected habitat and natural areas. The Knoxville Museum of Art celebrates the art and artists of East Tennessee. Opened in 1990, the KMA is also home to works by the renowned sculptor and Knoxville artist Richard Jolly. When in volunteer country, you have to stop by the University of Tennessee. A perennial sports powerhouse, UT is also home to the new Pat Summitt statue, honoring the coach who led the Lady Vols basketball team to 8 national titles. And Knoxville is home to the largest Labor Day weekend fireworks show in the nation, Boomsday. The 2014 show on Saturday, August 30th will feature live performances by the Black Lilies, Rodney Atkins, and more. For tickets and information, visit boomsday.org. Fans, we're just scratching the surface. There's so much to see and do in Knoxville. You'll see what I mean when you go to visitknoxville.com. Now let's head back to Volunteer Landing, where Powerboat Superleague was set up for bracket drag racing. The 2 remaining drivers in the Formula 3 bracket were lined up for the final run. 58 Jeff Cresciano and 44 Sam LaBanco blasted off when the flag dropped. Cresciano stayed alongside of LaBanco, but the Chicago, Illinois driver stayed in front, and Sam LaBanco was the winner in the Formula 3 drags. In the Formula 2 final run, it was 2 Lee Daniel from North Augusta, South Carolina against the hometown favorite, Jacksboro, Tennessee's Mark Profit. Both had solid starts, but it was the Volunteer winning in his hometown as Mark Profit took home the prize in the Formula 2 drags, much to the delight of the fans on the shoreline at Volunteer Landing in Knoxville. The Formula 3 fleet was back on the water, and they were ready to make some left-hand turns. Last year's Formula 3 winner in Knoxville, 44 Sam LaBanco, had the pole and led the fleet onto the course. 58 Jeff Cresciano and 16 Carol Reno were side by side for second as they came into turn 4. Cresciano dropped the hammer out of 4 and began his pursuit of the leader, LaBanco. Cresciano was pestered by Carol Reno all race long, but JK kept the Iron Maiden back in third. Reno was trying to improve on her third place finish in 2013 in Knoxville. The 44 got in front and stayed in front, and Sam LaBanco repeated as the Formula 3 race winner at the Knoxville Powerboat Classic. Bill Mastro and Steve DeNicolantonio round out the fleet of Formula 3 drivers. Fans of the Formula 2 drivers are climbing into the cockpit, getting last-minute instructions from their crew chiefs, and they're making their way to volunteer landing. Fans don't move a muscle. The Formula 2's race in Knoxville right after this.
This segment of the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic is brought to you by Visit Knoxville. Memories are made at the crossroads. Start making yours at visitknoxville.com.
Race fans, welcome back to Volunteer Landing here in Knoxville, where Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 Series is at the dock, ready to go. And let's take a look at how they're going to line up for the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic. The local favorite, Mark Proffitt, from just down the road in Jacksboro, Tennessee, sits on the pole. But man, the fleet is anxious to try to get around him as we now go dockside. This is the calm before the storm. The canopies are closed, the belts are tightened, the fuel pumps are on. All eyes are now on the flagman as we wait for the drop of the flag. And we're racing in Knoxville.
Go, 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 go. Stay that way, stay that way, stay that way. Stay inside, stay inside.
0 to 104 seconds as they explode on the course. Side-by-side battle for the lead into turn 3. Oh, we have contact! Contact! Trouble in turn 3! Trouble in turn 3! Our pole sitter, Mark Proffitt, upside down in the Tennessee. He gets the canopy open and his belt's unbuckled and he's out of the boat, working his way to the surface. And this race is under caution before it even gets started. As we hop on board Brent Dillard's boat, you can see right there, gang, Mark Proffitt is at the surface. He's out of the boat. Powerboat Superleague safety crew there in seconds, as always, as Mark Proffitt now climbs onto the bottom of his boat as it sits upside down. And let's take a look at what happened, gang. Let's ride on board with Michael Floyd, who qualified third.
Wreck front of you, Dillard and Proffitt, Dillard and Proffitt.
Now let's ride on board with Brent Dillard. Oh, smacked and turned around by Proffitt, and there's Proffitt's boat upside down. Here's a unique angle, gang, inside the cockpit with Brent Dillard. Oh man, serious impact there as Dillard gets spun around. Hold on, Knoxville, let's ride on board with Mark Proffitt. Over Proffitt goes into the Tennessee River. The canopy came open and Mark Proffitt got out of the boat. Let's watch it again, gang. As this race, under caution on lap 0, Mark Proffitt going airborne outside of turn 3, spinning Brent Dillard around as well. The 27 of Mark Proffitt upside down in the Tennessee. Brent Dillard's boat had minor damage, but you can see Mark Proffitt not happy as he and his boat are taken off the course. We get everyone lined back up at volunteer landing. Everybody shifts up one notch with Mark Proffitt out of the race. Brent Dillard with minor damage now moves into the catbird seat on the pole. The fuel pumps are back on. The canopies are closed. All eyes are on the flagman as we wait for the drop of the flag.
Come on, looking good.
The fleet screams onto the course. Let's see how they do in turn 3 this time. Everybody gets through, and Rob Rinker slingshots the AMSOIL 30 around, and now he's going to battle with his brother Ashton Rinker for the second place slot as last year's winner, Brent Dillard, picks up right where he left off at the end of the 2013 race. Side-by-side battle for second behind Dillard as the brothers Rinker battle it out. Ashton Rinker on the outside, Rob Rinker we ride along with on the inside in the black AMSOIL 30 with Rob Rinker in the cockpit. Now moves to the second place slot. Ashton Rinker in the yellow AMSOIL 20, not giving up without a fight. Side-by-side battle into 3, and once again, Rob Rinker rips the AMSOIL 30 around, and now he has a radar lock on our leader, Brent Dillard, as they fly down the front stretch to complete lap 1 of this 30-lap feature. Rinker now flying up on the outside of Dillard as they fly into turn 1. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Fans on the shoreline at volunteer landing, loving this race. Here comes Rob Rinker, powering by Brent Dillard on the outside. Side-by-side battle for the lead on lap 2 of this race, and there goes Rob Rinker into the lead in Knoxville. The OptiMax powered AMS Oil 30 proven to be too much for Brent Dillard as now he has to deal with Merv Bjork. Merv Bjork now slides into the rooster tail of Brent Dillard and now tries to make some ground on the inside as Rob Brinker takes off with the lead. Fantastic racing action here in Knoxville, and we're only 10% into this race as Brent Dillard tries to catch up to Rob Brinker, but you can see he's disappearing on the horizon already. Brent Dillard won here in Knoxville last year. He's looking to make it 2 in a row, as now Merv Bjork had to contend a little bit with Ashton Rinker, but Merv Bjork from Zimmerman, Minnesota started back in 7th place. 3 laps into this race, he's now in the 3rd place slot and creeping up on Brent Dillard, who rides in 2nd. As we ride on board with Merv Bjork, you can see he's in one of the outside lanes as Brent Dillard chooses to ride the inside lane. Bjork uses the outside lanes, keeps his momentum through the turns and stays on the throttle. And now he's starting to reel our 2nd place driver in. Brent Dillard in the orange 81 here last year, now riding in 2nd, and now running the risk of sliding back 1 more notch as Merv Bjork, turn after turn, continues to reel that Dillard Financial Solutions boat in of Brent Dillard as they cross the line here at Volunteer Landing and start lap 5 of this 30-lap race. Brent Dillard doing a fantastic job in qualifying, earning the 2nd place slot and then the pole by virtue of pole sitter Mark Profit going upside down in turn 3. But now Merv Bjork again trying to reel Brent Dillard in as they move down the straightaways, and once again Brent Dillard moves that boat along on the inside lanes. Here comes Merv Bjork on the outside, way outside. They're going to split the bridge as they come down the front stretch. 105 miles an hour as they fly across the surface of the Tennessee River and into turn 1. Dillard hugs the buoys, holds the inside line, and now Merv Bjork tries to go on the inside line as well, gets caught in the wake of Brent Dillard, and now he's going to work it again. Side-by-side battle for 2nd on the backstretch. Merv Bjork on the outside, Brent Dillard on the inside into turn 3. Oh, inches apart as they go through 3 and 4, and Merv Bjork holds that outside line. Here he comes on the inside looking to slam the door on Brent Dillard, and he does just that. And last year's winner now in 3rd as Merv Bjork moves into 2nd and now sets his sights on that black AMS Oil 30. He has trouble. Does Merv Bjork in turn 2, gets back on his horse. Brent Dillard not able to take advantage of that. As we catch up with our leader, Rob Brinker, he's already on the front stretch. We'll ride out with him to a break. More Powerboat racing from Knoxville right after this.
This segment of the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic is brought to you by Boomsday 2014, the nation's largest Labor Day fireworks show. Get the details at boomsday.org.
Race fans, welcome back to Knoxville, Tennessee in the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic as we ride on board with our leader, Rob Brinker, coming out of turn 4 now. Brinker took the lead on lap 2 and hasn't looked back, putting boats multiple laps down. That's Lee Daniel to his left in the 2. Lee Daniel from North Augusta, South Carolina, now about to be put another lap down as Team AMS Oil continues to dominate. 2nd place, Merv Bjork, just now in the middle of the front stretch. However, Bjork hit a buoy on lap 9, and he's being listed in 2nd place right now, gang, but I'm afraid he's going to be penalized, and I believe he's going to be dropped back to 3rd. We're going to keep him in 2nd now, as again, there's our leader, Rob Brinker, in the AMS Oil 30, flying down the front stretch, coming up on some lap traffic at the 75 of the Hurricane, Michael Floyd from Rincon, Georgia, and the 34 of Jeff Reno from Okeechobee, Florida. They're going to hold on to the inside lines. Rob Brinker playing it safe. He's going to stay to the outside. Brinker has amassed a huge lead. All he has to do is stay out of trouble and get the AMS Oil 30 around this course as we're treated to a fantastic view from outside and inside of the 34 boat, courtesy of Jeff Reno, as they now come out of turn 4 and down the front stretch. Rob Brinker now coming up alongside of Michael Floyd as they cross the line to see the white flag one more time around this course here on the Tennessee River in Knoxville. A little bit of redemption here on the Tennessee for Rob Brinker. He wrecked in qualifying for the 2013 race, didn't get to race, and here he is in 2014, and he's in the lead looking to take the checkered. His brother Ashton is stalled in turn 4. He's got to get around him. Whoa, dangerous situation there as Ashton Rinker was stalled in turn 4. The checkered flag is in the air. One more time down the front stretch, and fans, your winner in Knoxville from Riverview, Florida, it's Rob Brinker. Merv Bjork is currently listed in 2nd, Brent Dillard in 3rd. Fans, don't go anywhere. The Visit Knoxville post-race show is coming up right after this.
This presentation of the 2014 Knoxville Powerboat Classic was brought to you by WNML, the sports animal, the flagship station for University of Tennessee sports. All Occasions Party Rentals, your premier event source. McGee Tyson Airport, now boarding at flyknoxville.com. The Knoxville Convention Center, Southern Hospitality, Downtown Sophistication, Outdoor Adventure. And by Outdoor Knoxville. Check out Knoxville's outdoor activities, venues, and events at outdoorknoxville.com.
Race fans, welcome back to Volunteer Landing here in Knoxville, where your winner of the Formula 2 feature, Rob Rinker, salutes the fans as it is time for the Visit Knoxville post-race show. Memories are made at the crossroads. Start making yours at visitknoxville.com. Here's our third place finisher.
You get a little tight and you take out a buoy like I did, and then you're down a lap, and it's a struggle all the way getting around. And we never did get on the lead lap with the lead boat, but stay to the outside. That's what guys are telling me. We kept it pedal to the metal, and that was Gary Pugh says, you got so many laps left, just keep on it, and you never know what'll happen, and good things happen today.
The General Lee Daniel and the Hurricane Michael Floyd round out the top 5 finishers here in Knoxville. Now let's catch up with our runner-up, Brent Dillard.
Oh yeah, that first lap was pretty rough. Me and Mark Profit got into it a little bit, and luckily my boat was able to go, and so I made it back to the dock and was able to restart. It's really tough with the OptiMaxes. I mean, my 120, I try to keep up with them, but it's pretty tough. And I want to thank my sponsor, Dillard Financial Solutions, because without them, I wouldn't have been here this weekend.
Ashton Rinker had fuel system issues, causing him to stall on the race course and moving him back to 7th place. Knoxville, here's your 2014 winner.
Yeah, it stumbled a little bit. We got it picked back up. It was working through the rooster tails of everybody, but the Amsoil boat did what it was supposed to do and got me through that, and we were able to get underneath a couple guys and get out front quick. Big thanks to Amsoil and my whole crew. Rob DiNicolantonio, my crew chief this weekend, he's on top of the whole thing and got us to the top. So thanks to everybody.
Race fans, we had a fantastic time here in Knoxville, as always. Plenty of action on top of the Tennessee River, and we were proud to be here to bring it to you. Congratulations to Rob Rinker, your winner here in Knoxville. For the entire RMG Sports crew, I'm Jared Romsberg. Until next time, Knoxville, we'll see you on the water.